Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be discussing the new developer radio, which Honkai Star Rail put out a couple of hours ago, so I thought we can discuss this and just share our thoughts. And also for question of the day, I would love to know a character that you personally want to be playable in Honkai Star Rail. Also, if you do enjoy these videos, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and real quick, before we get into today's video, I wanted to show you all a way to get cheaper Oneric shards, and also I wanted to say thank you to Loot Bar for sponsoring today's video. Loot Bar is a website where you can purchase Oneric shards at a discount, and all you have to do is provide your Star Rail UID, pick the pack you want to purchase, and boom! Within a few minutes, you'll see the Oneric shards within your account. I've actually been using Loot Bar for a while now to get discounted Oneric shards for my summons, and my friends have also gifted me Oneric shards through Loot Bar as well. And not only that, if you also play Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, you can also get discounted currency for those games on Loot Bar as well. Loot Bar has great reviews from users. You can check out Loot Bar using my link in the description down below or my pinned comment. And now let's carry on with today's video. Alrighty, so here we have the developer radio, which is going over system optimization and challenging game modes preview. The main thing I'm looking at here is the game modes preview. I'm very excited to know what is going on regarding that. So let's just take a look. Pom Pom is looking as cute as ever. I personally love these little stickers in Honkai Star Rail. We're first going to be going over the system updates and improvement preview, which it looks like we're going to be mainly looking at things coming in version 3.6. And it states that the Express crew plans to introduce the Journey Highlights tab to help Trailblazers quickly access event-related information. Under this tab, Trailblazers can view ongoing and upcoming featured events for the current version. You can also check which major rewards are still available for each event, such as Stellar Jades or Star Rail Special Passes. This will help Trailblazers track their progress and avoid missing anything. So this is nice quality of life that is being added, which is always appreciated. A lot of our events that do come out, even if the event ends up staying past that version, there's always those limited event rewards. So being able to have an easier time keeping track of that, just for quality of life overall. I will say though, I do wish we had just a bit more events, honestly. And I also really want them to release another event like the Boba March event. I also really like the Seal Slammers event personally, but I'd love to know out of the Honkai Star Rail events we've gotten so far, which ones have personally been your favorite? It also states right here, we will get the lineup strategy guide, which is now available. And it states, not sure how to build your team? The recommended lineups guide has you covered. Which starting in version 3.6, the build guide will include suggested team lineups tailored to each character, helping Trailblazers find and put together optimized teams with ease. I'm very curious how specific this will be. For example, if this also will include suggested relics depending on what the team is, or even in the case of suggested speed tuning. For example, let's say you use the team with a main DPS and then you have Sunday on the team. And this build guide suggests, oh, have your main damage dealer be 135 speed and have your Sunday be 134 speed. So then you could do the setup where Sunday is 1 speed lower than your main damage dealer. Suggestions like these would help tremendously, I feel like, when it comes to how to build the team, but also how to speed tune the team so when you are playing it, you are playing with a nice amount of optimization in mind. So I'm really curious just how in-depth this build guide will be. I'm really excited to just know more about this. And I do think it's another nice feature to add to Star Rail. Now we have the new challenging game modes preview. Trailblazers looking to test their limits, a new trial stage is on the way. This permanent high difficulty mode is expected to go live in version 3.6 and will receive regular content updates over time. Alright, so regarding this mode, Trailblazers will have to achieve full star records in Stage 12 of Memory Chaos, Stage 4 of Pure Fiction, and APOC as well for difficulty 4. These can be completed in different versions. So what I'm getting from that is, let's say in version 3.2 you full starred everything, and this is coming in version 3.6, I believe that means that you will still be able to challenge this new endgame mode, as it does say these can be completed in different versions. If I am mistaken, that is of course my bad, but from that wording, that is what I'm getting from that so far. And it mentions this new challenge mode will be unlocked and you will prepare for a showdown against formidable foes. This endgame mode will consist of 3 trial stages and 1 final stage. Trailblazers will have to form 3 separate teams to take on the trial stages. All of our endgame content right now is only centered around having 2 teams. This endgame mode, however, will be centered around having 3 teams, which does make me wonder if there's also going to be buffs for every rotation of this mode, or rather every update of this mode, similar to how Memory of Chaos has certain buffs that assist with further amplifying your teams. I do wonder if this mode will have it as well, especially considering the fact that you do have to have 3 separate teams, which does require you to split up your supports, split up your sustains a bit more, deciding who you want as your main damage dealer, or even just in general using certain team archetypes. So let's say you have a damage over time team, that could be one of your teams. Let's say you have a caster's team or an Aglaya team, or even the Herda team, whatever it may be. You would have to find a way to have 3 separate teams and also know what supports you want to use on these teams. Trailblazers will be able to assemble any characters into a team to challenge the even more challenging final stage. Okay, so once you complete these 3 trial stages, after that, reassemble any character into a team to challenge the final stage. So it does make me wonder if these 3 trial stages are going to be increased difficulty in comparison to how Memory of Chaos is or Pure Fiction, or if it's going to be sort of similar to that, and then the true challenge is mainly that final stage. And then it also mentions in this gameplay, Trailblazers will have a chance to obtain special leveling items. Not too sure what that means exactly, since they're not really specifying if this means EXP books, credits, trace materials, not too sure regarding that. But it does also mention limited time avatar frames and redeemable cosmetic rewards and more. I'm taking a look at those redeemable cosmetic rewards personally. I'm very interested to know if this means more outfits for our characters, more outfits for Pom Pom. Can we give Pom Pom like a hat? Like, I'm really curious to know about these cosmetic rewards. But from what it looks like, no Stellar Jades will be a reward for this mode. Unless I guess the Stellar Jades is included in the more. But that would be really weird of them, in my opinion, to do, where they don't include one of the most important currencies in the game in the rewards listed here. So I'm going to assume that it does not have Stellar Jades, since I'm pretty sure it would be listed. The limited time avatar frames does make me wonder though, if it means you only get to obtain this avatar frame, keep it for a limited amount of time and then it goes away, or if you only have a limited amount of time to get the avatar frame, which I would assume it's likely the latter, where you only have a limited time to acquire the frame. But these are interesting rewards, mainly just cosmetic-like rewards, where it's just the appearance of your avatar frame, the cosmetic rewards, whatever that may end up being, whether it's character outfits or pom-pom outfits or whatever it may be. And then the special leveling items, unfortunately, we don't really know fully what that entails, but these are the rewards listed for this mode. And that's basically it for the developer radio. I think this endgame mode, especially since it doesn't have Stellar Jades attached to it, I think this is honestly fine. It is an additional optional challenge from what it looks like. So for those that do want to take on this challenge, it could end up being pretty fun. I'm going to wait and see though how I truly feel about this once we actually get it. But what I am seeing so far, especially once again, if this does not have Stellar Jades, which of course is one of the most important currencies in the game, and then it's mainly just these cosmetic rewards or leveling items, whatever it may be, and it seems to be primarily a optional challenge that you can do. So if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Then I think this could just end up being another fun game mode that people can enjoy. And also doing the 3 separate teams, I really hope that that allows us to also take advantage of characters that maybe we don't use as frequently. So let's say there are certain buffs that can assist with an archetype that isn't doing as well in the other game modes. Maybe that could help them out so they get more usage in this game mode. But so far, I don't really see this too much as a negative. I think this is more so just like another fun option. But I'll be able to give, honestly, my full opinions once we get it and we get to see just how they incorporate this and just how challenging it is as well. I'm really curious to know how challenging this endgame mode is going to be, and for the 3 separate teams as well, how challenging this endgame mode is going to be. What do we mean by redeemable outfits? That's what I'm thinking as well, since they do also mention if it's a suit for Pom Pom, as I mentioned with my hat example, or if it's a character skin, then that's entirely different. I'm really curious how this is going to end up working as well, just what redeemable outfits this game mode will have. And also, hopefully, if there are redeemable outfits, that is not limited time in the slightest. So if, let's say, we got a new outfit for Don Hung, for example, through this mode, I would hope that you can end up getting that outfit whenever you are able to just fight this content and be able to clear it. Of course, depending on how challenging it is, not everyone is likely going to be able to clear it once it is out. So I hope that when it comes to an outfit, especially if it's a character outfit, that it should be available at any time to acquire. There is debates regarding the power creep as well as HP inflation, which I'm kind of curious how you guys feel about that. Yeah, so there's just a couple of opinions here. Some are excited about 3 teams, some aren't the biggest fan of it. But yeah, honestly, this is basically the developer radio, and I'm very excited to know more about this game mode and just how it's going to be incorporated, how fun it is as well. I think the fun factor is by far the most important thing for me. And I would love to know how you guys feel. Are you guys excited for this game mode here? Or are you just kind of like, whatever. I don't really feel like playing this. But yeah, I hope all of you have a great one like always. If you did enjoy this video, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye.